The computer case. This is the part that holds all of the internal components to make up the computer itself. It is usually designed in such a manner to make fitting a motherboard, wiring, and drives as easy as possible. Some are designed so well that it's easy to make everything look tidy and presentable too. Motherboard. The motherboard is the main board that is screwed directly inside the computer case. All other cards and everything else plugs directly into the motherboard. Hence its name. The CPU, RAM, drives, power supply, and more all get connected to it. Its function is to integrate all the components with each other so they can communicate and operate together. CPU, Central Processing Unit. The CPU is basically like the brain of a computer. It processes all the information on the computational level. It takes information from the RAM and processes it to perform the tasks required from the computer. It is usually seated in a socket that utilizes a lever or a latch with a hinge plate with a cutout in the center to secure it onto the motherboard. RAM, Random Access Memory. RAM is a data storage device that can provide fast read and write access. RAM is also volatile, which means that it loses all the stored data the moment power is lost. The RAM keeps data ready for the CPU to process. The speed of the RAM is a big contributor to the overall speed of a computer. Graphics card. A graphics card processes the data from the motherboard and sends the appropriate information to the monitor in order for it to be displayed. It can do so using an HDMI, DisplayPort, DVI, or VGA connector. A graphics card can also be referred to as a video card or a display card. Sound card. Most of the time, the sound chip built into the motherboard is used for audio output. But if you are a sound enthusiast or prefer higher detailed audio while playing a game, you might be inclined to use a sound card. Sound cards plugs into a computer in multiple ways. It can be through USB, PCI slot, or PCI Express x1 slot. Hard drive. A hard drive is found in most computers. It's usually a mechanical drive that stores all the data. Apart from storing data, it can also be used as boot drive in order to run the operating system from it. An operating system is a software program that makes a computer usable, like Microsoft Windows for example. The biggest vulnerability of a mechanical drive is the physically fragile nature of it. One bump the wrong way can destroy a whole drive. SSD, Solid State Drive. An SSD is also a type of hard drive, but it doesn't have any moving parts. It consists of a bank of flash memory that can hold a reasonable amount of data. While SSDs are increasing in size all the time, they aren't cost-effective for storing large amounts of data. PSU, Power Supply Unit. A power supply mounts inside the computer case. This converts the AC main supply from the wall socket and supply the correct DC voltages to all the components inside the computer. Monitor. A monitor is what you use to see a visual presentation of the graphics data sent from the graphics card of the computer. There are various types of monitors on the market. The most commonly used is a LED backlit LCD monitor. Keyboard. A keyboard is one of the ways to communicate with the computer. By typing a key from the keyboard, it sends a small portion of data to tell the computer which key was pressed. The computer can use this information in many ways. An example could be a command or a character that can be used in a document. There are two main different types of keyboards, mechanical and membrane types. Mouse. A mouse allows the computer to move a pointer displayed on the monitor and experience a more intuitive interaction with the computer. These days, mice have more buttons than the common three. The three main buttons, however, allows the user to select, grab, scroll, and access extra menus and options.